Hello everyone. So welcome to my channel. In this channel we are going to discuss some DSA problems, maybe problem of the day or whatever I solve daily. I'll be discussing with you so that it would be great for me as my practice will happen, and if you get some help from my solution, it's all upon you. So today we have our first we have this problem of the day where it is very like it's a continuation of yesterday's question. If you want, I will discuss yesterday's question also, but I think that was way too easy. This one involves a lot of concepts, so I'm discussing this one. So the question is delete columns to make it sorted. So the earlier question was like it was all about absolute ordering. So you need to just delete the column which was not lexicographically sorted and return the remaining lexicographically sorted string. But here what it is saying is, if you are given a string, suppose a b c d e f u v x y z, so you have to remove columns such that like there should be minimum number of column deletions so that the other strings which are left will be lexicographically sorted. So if we see this string CAVDAC, so if we remove this first column, we are left out with ABC, and we know that ABC is lexicographically sorted. Lexicographically sorted means it's like in ascending order, like A, B, C. So A is less than B less than C, like this. So this is what mean. So here we just did one minimum deletions. So there the minimum deletions required was one. But things are little bit of different here. Like we are allowed to delete entire column, like, but it should be like same index in every string. So there are three strings in the strs. So if you are deleting 0 from here, you need to delete 0 from here also, 0 from here also. There are some clarifications that we need not to reorder row, and we need to delete the column globally, and the deletion should be minimum. So this problem is all about conditional ordering. Like we are doing it with some conditions and not absolutely deleting the column and making it lexicographically sorted. So we need to, so what, how we will approach this problem is, we will take row wise pair. So row 1 with row 2, this is one pair. See, we'll see that if there are n rows, then we have n minus 1 distance comparisons, obviously. So we compare row 0 with row 1, row 1 with row 2, row 2 with row 3, and so on. So if the current row, like if the current row character is less than next row character, obviously it is sorted because A is less than B, it is sorted. If current row character is greater than next row character, then it is unsorted. Then we need to see our next case. Also, if they both are equal, like A is equals to A, then also it is undecided. We need to delete that as well. So so deleting a column helps remove its effect completely and leaves all the pair state unchanged. Now also, once a row pair is confirmed as sorted, we need not to check it again. So it also reduces the comparison and check. So this is a question of greedy approach. We are also tracking the state, and also we are doing lexicographically sort ordering. So what we need to do is, we need to initialize some row pair. Like we can initialize a variable sorted, which will check, which first we will initialize it as false, and then we will iterate through the column, and we will also initialize one more deletion counter that we need to return at the end. And if it is a valid column, well, first we will iterate through the column left to right. If it is a valid column, then it leave it. We will just check for undecided row pair. If the upper, like if it is invalid, then we will increase the count, break, continue, we'll continue. Else, for every like proper sorted pair, we will just make sorted as true. So let's do its coding problem, then there we can understand better. So yeah, let's move on to the coding part. Yeah, so we'll continue with the coding part. So as we discussed that we need to do row wise pairing. So for that we need number of rows, number of columns, the size of each element, and then we need to initialize an array which will check whether the element is sorted or not. If it is sorted, then we'll move forward. We'll initialize them all as false as of now. We'll also make one counter with name as deletions. Which will check the count, and that only we need to return at the end. And there will also be another variable bool violate that will check whether the ordering is getting violated. If it is so, then we will increment the counter. So let's start the code part. Strs dot size simply, and then int m we can take as strs of 0, because each element we need to find the size of, so that. And then we will initialize an array of bool, simply name it as sorted, and we'll size it as n minus 1, because there will be n minus 1 comparisons between row 0, row 1, row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, and so on. And we'll all initialize them as false. So yeah, this is done. And then most important, we need to make a counter. Let's name it count only. It will be 0. Now we will iterate through the column. So for int column is equals to 0, column is less than m, column plus plus. We make another bool violate, which we take as false. As of now, there is no violation. Now we go to each array row. So int I is equals to 0, I is less than n minus 1, and then I plus plus. So we check if not of sorted of I, and simple check strs of I of j. If the upper character is greater than lower character, then it is obviously violation, right? So strs of I plus 1 comma column, not j. We don't have anything like j. Okay. Now if it is so, then what we make is we make violate equals to true, and then we break, right? And if it is so, then what we do is we make if violate is true, then whatever, we need to just increment the counter and then continue simply. If it is not so, then we again, if the for int I is equals to 0, I is less than n minus 1, I plus plus, and then we again check if not of sorted of I, and simply if the string is lexicographically sorted, that means if of I is a comma column is less than strs of I plus 1 comma j, voila, then simply and we simply make sorted of I as true. In the end, we need to return deletion count. I hope this will work. Yeah, completely working. Now let's check whether all the test cases are getting fast or not. Voila, we got the answer. So I hope you guys like the explanation, and if you liked this video, please comment down below how you have, what was your experience, and like the video. Thank you. See you in the next video.